Part 2. Verdant Wind. Heartstring Moon. The Golden Scheme. Claude leverages his victory at the Battle of Granda to secure reinforcements from Alliance lords. Meanwhile, the Imperial army continues to tighten its defenses at Fort Merceus in anticipation of an attack on the Imperial capital.
Our objective is Enbar, the Imperial capital, but our greatest obstacle lies before that.
And what's that?
Fort Merceus. If we can't pass through, we won't be able to reach Enbar.
Fort Merceus, the impregnable fortress, or so it's called.
If I recall correctly, it's sometimes referred to as the Stubborn Old General.
It is a massive fortress that was constructed to protect the Imperial capital.
The Imperial army we defeated has withdrawn to Enbar. Fort Merceus should be short on soldiers for now.
We should attack quickly.
Yes, it would be good to finish up here before more enemy reinforcements arrive. The only real question is what our fearless leader intends to do.
Bingo.
Sorry for the delay, everyone. Those mewling lords kept me from leaving for quite some time.
So, were you able to secure additional reinforcements?
It's gonna have to wait until next month. It doesn't look like they can afford to keep supporting us at present.
Then what should we do about Fort Merceus? Do you plan on waiting around?
No, if we wait until next month, the enemy will have bolstered their defenses. That said, the prevailing theory is that you need triple your enemy's forces to take a fortress with a frontal assault.
Right. That's what we were taught at the academy. And this is Fort Merceus we're talking about. It's renowned for its strong defenses.
Our current army isn't nearly strong enough. What to do?
Whatever you do, just don't ask us to scale those huge walls. We'd end up dead when they hurl rocks down at us.
Yeah, no thanks. If only someone would open up the gates for us from the inside.
Unfortunately, we don't have any spies in there. Wait a minute. I've got it. We sneak in, stir up confusion, and open the gates ourselves to let our allies in.
Right, that's what I was saying all along.
What was it now?
Right, nice one, Hilda. But how do you propose we go about sneaking in?
Disguises? If we
Oh,
dress
come
up
on,
like
no.
Imperial soldiers, maybe they'll think we're allies and let us in.
Do you really think they'd just open the gates for us? I'd be pretty dumbfounded if that worked.
No, she's onto something. It's a good idea, Hilda. We just need to refine it a bit, and we'll be in there before we know it.
Oh.
Really? Go me!
What is your definition of refining the idea? I know your go-to strategy is nausea-inducing poison, but...
Oh, I maybe ate too much. My stomach hurts.
Raphael, why are you eating meat during a war council?
So, fearless leader, I'm guessing you're going to keep the crucial parts of your scheme under wraps until the time comes, aren't you?
You know me so well, Judith. Whether we like it or not, this war puts a damper on all of our spirits. What's wrong with trying to have a little fun every now and again? Just leave the details to me.
Will do, Claude, will do. Teach.
Each time we take a step forward, more blood is spilled. But by spilling that blood, we're able to take yet another step forward. War is always a cruel affair. But luckily, we have each other to lean on. We've steeled our hearts. We won't be broken.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad we have such reliable allies.
Couldn't agree more. Without them, we could never have made it this far.
Of course not.
Oh, and about taking the fort, I'll need a tad more time to prepare our plan. It's called an impregnable fortress for a reason, after all. My contingencies need contingencies this time, or we may not pull it off.
Okay. Who are we looking for? Hilda, what's the goal?
I wonder how far we can get with this plan. Dressing up like Imperial soldiers to sneak in.
Yeah.
Claude said it could use some refinement. Any ideas?
No, not really. We could dress Claude as a woman.
Claude dressed as a woman? I don't understand what the point of that would be. On second thought, let's just stick to the plan as originally conceived. That seems safer.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, could you tell
There
me?
you go. No, don't do that.
I wonder how.
Oh, do we actually not have the fish? Come on. Hello, Marianne.
I never used to care whether I lived or died.
Oh,
But after
no.
seeing so much death firsthand, I now realize how precious life truly is. I'm ashamed of how arrogant I was to think that death could mean so little.
It's okay, Marianne. And the note for today is... Some structures on the battlefield are centuries old. They are at once historical relics and works of art. What a shame it would be if any were damaged amid the fighting. You can immortalize them in your own art. That's the one. Here we go. Brawling tournament. I think we know who's going to brawl their way to this one, huh? Raphael wins. That was really good.
Question, Professor.
People call Captain Geralt the Blade Breaker. I figure if I want to be a top tier mercenary like him, I'm gonna need a tough sounding title of my own. Wanna help me out? How about the Raging Bear?
You really think so?
No, she didn't think so. That wasn't. Hey, Professor level up to A. A recipe book for cooking together has expanded. Okay. Alright, I guess it's battle time now. I'm not really interested in battling, I'll be honest. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look like other people were either. I mean, like, we don't need meat. I mean, let's just conduct a seminar. Whose lance was, like, really high? Lorenz, I want you to give a seminar, please. I didn't check who was attending at all. Good, Leonie's here, thank goodness. Hey. People got skills.
I think I've got the idea.
Yes.
Let's put it to the test.
Oh, Lance
Seems my
Crit.
proficiency.
10 plus. Yeah, so people are starting to get really proficient. Alright, we're on the next week. What now? What did people do now? Some people just straight up rested. I will explore, and by explore I'll just give everyone stuff. And then I might equip people with stuff, and then we will skip ahead.
Claude takes care of the strategy, you direct the troops, and the rest of us focus on the fighting.
That's the
As
ones.
long as the system keeps working, we can win any battle, no matter the odds.
Mm-hmm.
That's what everyone's saying anyway. Hope you can keep up with our expectations, Professor.
Of course. Would you like some tea?
Thanks. Back home, I always trained alone. No one else in my village wanted to be a mercenary.
Oh yeah. Let's just nod.
I see.
See, perfect tea time. It's like the first one never even happened. Now if you excuse me.
Yeah.
It's Raphael's birthday. We'll host a tea party for Raphael. Yeah, why not?
Hey, Professor. You called for me, so here I am.
I like how much of the screen he takes up. That's kind of amazing. Nice tea
Thanks for
time.
the tea. But next time, let's stick to meat.
Okay. Yes, there'll be a recital in the cathedral. Who's it gonna be? Those two, huh?
Singing's okay.
It is so much fun.
Alright, let's do... Shimia is going to give a lecture to the students about what they can do.
I'll try to put this to use. Let's
And
put it to the test.
Ignat did not make any progress. He needs at least a C before he can get good. Oh, yeah, here we go, cutscenes.
I delivered our letter to Fort Merceus. I don't think they suspected anything.
I knew I was right to entrust that task to you. You've got that honest kind of face that makes it easy to fool people.
Is that meant to be a compliment?
What?
I informed them that
Oh, well,
reinforcements were
doesn't
on the
matter.
way. It would have been suspicious for troops to show up unannounced.
So, the plan is...
We'll disguise ourselves as reinforcements from the Imperial capital and sneak into Fort Merceus.
Oh, you used my disguise plan after all.
We've also procured Imperial Army uniforms.
Ooh, good work. I knew this was the only way.
However, that alone wouldn't be enough.
You did say the plan needed a little more refinement. Are you going to dress up like Edelgard, Claude?
I'm not sure that would accomplish much.
Nope.
In the letter, I included the name of the Imperial general leading the reinforcements. While we're heading to the fort, A separate army is going to attack us.
We're going to be attacked?
That's all just for show, though. It'll be our allies who are attacking us.
Oh, I get it. We're going to make it look like the Alliance is attacking Imperial reinforcements.
Right. When the troops in the fortress panic and open up the gates, we're in.
I'd love nothing more than for this plan to work, but I've got some bad news for you. Apparently, the notorious Death Knight has been placed in charge of defending Fort Merceus.
The one who kidnapped Flame.
The Death Knight. I did not wish to ever think of him again.
He got some acclaim in the battle to subjugate Western Fargus. They say he holds the most military prowess in the Empire.
Even so, we've got Teach here to command us. All will be well. You have to trust us.
So your big plan is to just trust your professor? Really, boy?
Under the professor's guidance, I'm sure we'll manage somehow. We're counting on the tactics you learned from Captain Gerald.
Prepare yourselves, everyone. It's time.
Oh yeah.
Teach, this is for your ears only, but there's actually one more part to my plan. I had hoped it wouldn't come to this, but I have no choice.
Okay. No choice.
Absolutely. We can't afford to hold anything back. Thanks to Edelgard's strength, the Imperial army is more unified than I would have expected. It was a painful realization, but after our battle at Gronder Field, it's clear that we can't win if we don't pull out all the stops. I also realized something else during that battle. There really is something special about you, Teach. The reason we were all able to keep our cool in the midst of the chaos was because we all trust in you, in your command and in your strength. Everyone here believes that we will win as long as we have you on our side. Our faith in you is borderline religious. You and I, we have what it takes to free Fodlan from the Empire's rule. I know in my heart that we'll make it through to witness the world after all the fighting has ceased.
Oh yeah.
That man approaches.
Or not.
Who are you talking about? You don't mean that professor, do you? It doesn't matter. No one could take this fortress.
Sounds like a bother. I'll be taking a nap about now.
Will Death's scythe claim you? Or will I fall to that sword of yours?
We'll find out.
While awaiting reinforcements, the Alliance predicts the Empire will continue to fortify its defenses at Fort Merceus. Knowing this risk, Claude and a select few advance, hoping to gain entry to the fort through deception.
Alright, let's do this. Oh.
General, reinforcements have arrived from the capital. They clashed with Alliance forces in the outskirts of the city, but should enter the fortress soon.
You let them in? Make haste and slaughter them all!
Huh? Why?
They are enemies. Slaughter them all. I will not say it again.
Okay, there's Claude.
We made it in. Professor, take control from the south. I have my own tasks to do from here. There are preparations to be made for our secret plan.
I see your skills haven't dulled yet, kiddo.
What did you expect? Everyone, listen up! From now on, the Almiran forces will be fighting by our side. We'll work as one, and we will bring down that fort together! An impregnable fortress is a wide-open prairie once you get inside. From here, we'll attack from the north and south at once.
No different than a prairie, you say? You've got a strange head on your shoulders, kiddo.
For Nadir the Undefeated, this should be as easy as a walk in a meadow, right?
Ha! Well, goddess or death god or whoever they may be, let's crush them to dust.
Okay, what's that? Hey. What are these points? Explain, please. Enemy reinforcements. If you move one of your units onto space with the unit, you can stop. Oh, okay. Right, let's finish off the Death Knight.
Hey, how long's it been? 5 years? Who'd have thought you'd end up an Imperial general?
So, you wish to die?
No.
As antisocial and unhinged as ever, I see.
Come on, Claude, mess him up. That's what we
If
want.
you desire to slay me, follow. The appointed hour is at hand.
Wait, what? Careful, Claude, don't be baited for it.
The weak.
Hey, you got a Dark Seal, nice.
He's hiding something. It's annoying to do what he's telling us to, but we don't really have a choice. After him.
Well, there you go, taking Fort Merceus in 6 turns.
is coming. Leave now, or all of you will die.
Run! We have to evacuate immediately!
What just happened here? The fort. It's just gone.
Hey, kiddo, what was with that javelin of light?
Javelin of light. Well, that describes it pretty well. The fortress was supposedly impregnable, but look at it now. It's hard to imagine that the Empire would do something like that. But if not them, then who? And for what purpose? If they wanted to kill us, then why wait until now to use it?
We almost died just now, and without an answer to any of that.
Yeah.
Speaking of unanswered questions, why is Nardell here? Care to explain? I get the feeling there's something you two are keeping from us.
I'll go ahead and see my subordinates off to Elmira, kiddo.
Wait, Nadir! Are you really just gonna leave me here and run away?
I hope to see you again, Judith. And you too, Professor. I'll be praying for your safety.
Cool.
Nadir, are you saying that Nardell is actually Nadir the Unstoppable?
Unstoppable?
It's actually Nadir the Undefeated. Almirans love grand titles.
I knew he was no ordinary person, but to think he was the great hero of Elmira.
Hey, can we really afford to be chatting right now? If another one of those javelins of light falls, we're all dead.
Claude, there are things I wish to ask you, but first we must hurry and withdraw.
Right you are. Come on, everyone. Let's hurry up and get out of here.
Claude, it is time for you to explain. Why are you so close with an Almiran general?
Well, he did quite a bit for me when I was younger.
When you were younger? So, before you joined House Regan. How and where did you meet him? There aren't many opportunities to meet a general from Elmira in Fodlan.
If that's what you believe, it's only because that's what you've been led to believe. There's a big, wide world outside of Fodlan, and it's overflowing with different places and cultures. You think interacting with outsiders is odd, but isn't avoiding contact with the outside world far more unnatural?
Don't change the subject, Claude. To the people of the Alliance, the Almirans are...
It's true that there's a history of hostility, but why should that mean we're doomed to remain hostile forever? The Almirans aren't monsters. You saw it for yourself, didn't you? If you just give them a chance, you'll see that they're people. Right, Teach? What did you think when you met Nadir?
He's a reliable general.
I'll tell him you said that. And I'm sure that if all of you got to know him, all of your preconceived notions would change too. I know you guys, and you aren't the type of people to reject someone without trying to get to know them.
But how did those Almirans even get past Fodlan's throat? I doubt my brother would just let them pass without saying anything.
Yeah, about that. I actually made sure your brother met Nadir in advance.
What? Lord Holst met with an Almiran general?
Oh, so that's why you were so interested in my brother. But wait, they're supposed to be bitter enemies. They've fought each other several times before.
I know, it was a big gamble. But rather than having me try to convince them myself, I knew it would be easier to just have them meet. They were taken aback at first, but sure enough, they hit it off. They were even drinking to their newfound brotherhood before parting.
It makes sense. If you take the greatest heroes away from the battlefield, of course they'll get along.
Fighting 1 minute and drinking together the next? Men are so weird.
Ultimately, someone's bloodline has nothing to do with the friendships they forge. Relations between the Alliance and Elmira is a matter we'll tackle in the future. Still, I want to take this opportunity to make one thing clear to all of you. After we defeat the Empire, I intend to tear down the walls that separate Fodlan from the outside world. I want to let people and goods come and go freely, and in doing so, eradicate prejudices about the outside world.
Would it even be possible to achieve such a thing? It directly contradicts the Sero's tenets.
Does it? I'm not so sure. In any case, I'm prepared for the inevitable protests and criticism. New ways of doing things are always met with resistance. During our time at the Officers' Academy, all of you overcame the barriers of birthplace, status, and ideology. Having gone through so much with all of you, I have no doubt that, in time, you'll understand.
I guess there were a lot of different people there. People we wouldn't have met through the normal course of our lives.
Dusker once opposed the kingdom, but there was someone from Dusker there. Brigid once invaded the Empire, but the Brigid princess was there. We ate at the same table as those people. Sure, sometimes we didn't get along, but other times we helped each other out. Can we really draw a definitive line in the sand and say one group of people is all good and another all bad? If I can realize my dream, Fodlan will be reborn. The old age will end, and we'll welcome a new dawn.
But if...
Save your objections for another day, Gloucester boy.
Tell him.
That said, there are more pressing matters to discuss. Our next step is to invade the Imperial capital, right?
That's right. I'm sure Edelgard is eagerly awaiting our arrival in Enbar. Reinforcements from the Alliance Lords should arrive soon. Let's make sure we're ready to greet them.
So this is it. We're getting near the end, right?
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Garland Moon. The Chaos of War. Claude's plan to call in all Myran forces succeeds, and the Alliance army captures Fort Merceus. Before they can celebrate their victory, javelins of light rain down from the sky and destroy the fort. Forced to temporarily evacuate, the Alliance army regroups at Garreg Mach until it is ready to march on Enbar, the Imperial capital.
It's almost time to invade the Imperial capital. We still don't know where Rhea is, but if she's alive, she's likely in Enbar. Hopefully we manage to find her without too much trouble.
We need to save her quickly.
I know, but if we're not careful, she'll just be whisked away again. I'm sure you must be anxious to see her again.
All I care about right now is saving her.
Well, if that's what you want, I'll do my best to make it happen. But we're going up against Edelgard here. It won't be so simple.
Our next stop is the Imperial capital. We've sure come a long way.
What are you talking about? This is Garreg Mach. It's where we started.
I didn't mean literally, Raphael. I was speaking symbolically.
Tell him.
My earnest desire to protect the Alliance has carried me this far. It will not fail me. I am sure the rest of you all have your own reasons to fight as well. Of course, I understand that the fight will not end until we defeat the Empire. And now the time has arrived at long last to march on the Imperial capital and defeat the Emperor.
It really gets you thinking, doesn't it? We all come from different places and have different goals and dreams. But thanks to those two, we were all able to come together and overcome all sorts of challenges.
You are referring to Claude and the Professor, I assume? Even within our own odd group, those two are particularly unusual.
Oh, so you are aware that you're odd.
Well, it was simply a figure of speech. I am speaking about Claude and the Professor right now.
They're like the wind and the trees.
Huh? Claude and the Professor are? What does that even mean? And who is which?
Oh, I was just thinking that if we're the birds, then those two are like the trees and the wind.
Fair enough.
The Professor is a great tree that kindly embraces us and watches over us as we perch on its branches. And Claude is like the wind, pushing us forward as we soar across the open sky.
The metaphor about the Professor is solid, but I think Claude just blows us around on a whim. Still, we owe him a lot.
I think that's beautiful, Marianne. I can really picture it. When this war is over, I'd love to paint a picture of those two.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and of all the people we've fought with as well.
You mean like a historical painting? I like that. Maybe our descendants will look at it a long, long time from now.
I must say, that piques my interest. I look forward to seeing how you portray my valiant efforts.
When you put it that way, we may be witnessing one of the greatest events in Fodlan's history. It's a lot of pressure, but the sense of duty I feel is even stronger than the fear.
I'm just happy to be here with all of you. I won't get scared, no matter what we face.
We have our goal. Enbar, the Imperial capital. Let's get to work.
Team, roll out. Any new quests? Wait, no new quests? That's not good. Hello?
If we can win this war, then Claude will be the king of Fodlan. And maybe he'll tear down the wall that separates Fodlan from the outside world.
Perhaps he
I
will.
know it's hard to imagine, but I really hope he does. It would be so much better if people could live together instead of apart. I might even be able to live an ordinary life in the world Claude envisions.
What are you talking about? You already are.
I was born in Enbar.
Oh, yeah?
My mother and father met in a church there. Not too long after, I was brought into the world. I do not understand how war can happen in such a precious place. It is most regrettable.
Yeah.
We're finally going to the capital. This will be my chance to avenge Captain Gerald.
Yeah.
Once we smash the Empire, I'm sure his soul will finally be able to rest in peace.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Monica killed Captain Gerald for the Flame Emperor, and the Flame Emperor was Edelgard. I know that the future of all Fodlan rests on this battle. Nothing else is more important. But for me, this is personal. For Captain Gerald's sake, I'm going to give it all I've got and more.
Oh, yeah. No. My dear friend has been behaving strangely. He doesn't seem to have much of an appetite, and he's been neighing less often. I'm afraid he may be sick. You should seek out an expert opinion just to be safe. Hell yeah.
My mother, I do not...
Tea? Yes.
Have you any idea how many types of fish there are? It is unthinkable. They're different sizes, shapes, colors. Oh, I find it fascinating.
Commend. Oh no, not now. I'm out of time. Commend. Hell yeah, perfect tea time. Observe. I have a tactical question, Professor. Let's say you're leading an army and the enemy, whose forces greatly outnumber your own, has you surrounded. What will you do in that situation? Ooh. I think I would push forward and punch a hole in their formation.
Not bad.
She looked happy with that, and I got a lot of points. It's Lorenz's birthday. Let's host a tea party. Lavender.
I was just thinking that I wanted to speak with you.
Oh yeah. I think this is like one of the few times it's ever been indoors.
Thank you.
Nice tea time.
This was wonderful. Next time, I will provide the tea. Farewell.
Goodbye. Note. I fear falling asleep at night. I worry that I will not awaken for many years, and that when I do, all of my friends will be gone. We won't allow that to happen. Alright, let's crack on with the missiones. Well, we're gonna attack Edelgard, maybe. Maybe not. We'll find out.
After making preparations at Garreg Mach, the Alliance army marches to Enbar, the Imperial capital. In response to the Alliance's movements, Emperor Edelgard orders her trusted retainer, Hubert, as well as the Death Knight, to the front lines to meet the Alliance army head-on. The two forces clash in the city streets.
There it is. Enbar. The Imperial capital and the largest city in all of Fodlan.
It's not just big. This city was designed to protect the castle where the Emperor lives. It's as though the city itself is a massive stronghold.
And the citizens?
They surely noticed us approaching some time ago, and yet...
Our scouts confirm the citizens haven't been evacuated. They're being kept in town.
I've got to hand it to Her Imperial Majesty. Using her citizens as a shield to protect the castle takes some resolve.
I suspect those mages will be lurking within as well.
Troops deployed to other areas are also returning.
If we don't conquer the city quickly, things will get complicated fast.
I hope we find Rhea.
We can't search until we conquer the city. Let's focus on the fight for now.
We've kept the Empire waiting long enough. Onward! We were told Hubert would be leading the enemy forces, but the Death Knight's also with them. We'll have to take care of both of them, but we won't have time to mop up all the enemy units.
Yeah.
We'll have to split up and take them on at the same time, or risk being overrun by their reinforcements.
Oh, okay.
It's here! The Crest of Flames banner! There, on the other side of the canal!
Uninvited guests, I see. Let's ensure they receive a warm welcome. Ready the artillery. Prepare to attack.
No.
Rocks, arrows, magic. Rain death upon the enemy until they are silent as the grave. Reinforcements will fly in shortly. Defend the heavy weapons until they arrive.
How about we don't do that? Right, check them. There are 3 heavy weapons. Whoa, what? Uh-huh. Say that again, why don't you? Wait, what? Oh, we only had a 44 chance. Yes, go on, hit. Got it.
To kill, to die, to know one without the other would be maddening.
Okay.
More battles.
Yep. Well, there goes the,
okay. Just Hubert left to deal with.
Yep.
We are taking heavy losses. We need more troops.
No. Wait, that's it. There's nothing more. Okay. That was easy. I'll take that. Alright, Byleth, this is it, bro. Take him out. Oh.
We must place our faith in Her Majesty. Her victory is everything.
Okay. Well, we still won, though.
Well done, everyone. Now we can break through into Anbar. We need to hurry up and attack the palace to block Edelgard's movements.
Okay. I'm guessing it'll be Claude. Yeah.
We've made it this far. Somehow. Edelgard is probably looking down on us from somewhere in that castle.
I wonder if she's panicking or just smiling smugly.
From this point on, she'll be giving it her all, too. Expect her to be tougher than the last time we fought. This battle will settle things once and for all. We'll attack as soon as everyone is ready. Huh?
Hey.
Is that you, Dedue?
I heard the Alliance's army had entered the city. I've been searching for you ever since.
How long have you been in Ember?
I arrived not long after the battle at Gronder Field. I am here to kill Edelgard.
Well, if you want to fight alongside us, we'd be more than happy to have you.
We fight for different objectives. I swore to offer Edelgard's head to His Highness. But, should I fail, I will have no choice but to entrust that mission to you. This is the information I have gathered during my time in hiding here. It includes details about the inside of the castle.
Cool.
I appreciate this, but what do you plan to do? Don't tell me you plan to go alone.
I've done what I came here to do. Farewell.
Get it?
Hey! Wait! He's gone. He's just as hard to understand as his liege was. The time has finally come, my friend. Once we win this fight, the Empire will fall.
What will become of Fodlan?
What will become of it? Well, that's for us to decide, isn't it? Odd as it sounds, I believe the forces responsible for destroying Fodlan are also responsible for protecting the livelihood of its citizens. Everything, even the land itself, has been harmed by the chaos of war. Restoring it will be no easy feat. To do that, the first thing we need to think about is a new ruling system for all of Fodlan.
We could unify Fodlan as one nation.
As usual, we're on the same page. I was thinking the same thing. Even if the Alliance Lords and any remaining influential nobles were to divide up dominion of all of Fodlan, they would simply pursue their own interests. Another war would be inevitable. That's why there needs to be a powerful ruler who stands above them all and unifies Fodlan as one nation.
You should be that ruler, Claude.
If it means I can lead Fodlan to a better future, I wouldn't mind that at all. My dreams await in a future where Fodlan is no longer ravaged by war. There are things I want to see with you someday. I'll keep thinking about the best way to achieve that goal. Whatever we decide to do, we can't do it until we defeat the Empire. Fodlan can't welcome a new dawn until we win the war. Let's prepare as best we can.